All right, so this week's episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Is a Ward-focused episode, and thankfully so, because I've been wondering exactly where are they going to go with this character. Is he just kind of like a cameo every now and then? Is that we need information? Like, no, we need some more development. He clearly has a huge amount of backstory. We need to see more of that, and we finally get that in this episode. And finally meeting his brother, Christian Ward, which is the senator backing Talbot. Is like, holy shit, everything's connected. All right, where's this gonna go? And when it starts off, I like how Talbot kind of tells the senators, like, I don't think these people were S.H.I.E.L.D. because he still, distrusts them and doesn't like them to a certain extent, but he doesn't believe they're the kind of people that just charge in and kill people. Like, no. This is too, weird, even for them. They would never do this. But of course, Christian Ward, being a politician, needs to take advantage of every situation, like to, solidify his power. And when you really think about how Ward's backstory, about his brother goes, it makes you realize, well, shit, they're both good liars. They both, take advantage of people and their own, beliefs and thoughts. And it's just scary. Those are the kind of villains that are scary. They take advantage of the smallest weakness you have and snake their way in. It's like, ooh, just get out of my head. It's like, but it's beautiful as just a viewer. But the only other plot line of this episode that kept me interested, I suppose, was Fitz and Simmons, and how Fitz is reacting to her coming back. And I like how it really brings up a real life situation as to how you treat someone who's going through a mental block. It's like at one point they were intelligent, they were quick to react, but an accident happens and they lose most of their reaction time or their thought processing. And really, how do you change your relationship? Do you change your relationship? And in this one, it brings up the question that some people don't want the relationship to change. They don't believe it needs to. It's like, as long as you treat someone like you would normally do any day, that's fine. But then it's the people who are affected who believe things did change. We need to change. We need to talk about it. You just ran away from the problem. You pretended that everything was hunky-dory when it's not. I'm mentally affected by this, and you're trying to make me think that it's not that a big deal. It is a big deal. So it really adds up to who's in the right. Should things not change, or should things change depending on who's affected? And I like that. And I like how, oh my god, I'm sorry I'm forgetting his name, but the mechanic says, look, you knew him as someone else. I know him as this person. So I can't really say who's the better Fitz. Because the guy I know right now is a little weird, but he's funny, he's quirky, he's sweet. And that's the person I know. And he's the one is never coming back, no matter how much you wish it to be. And Simmons clearly doesn't know how to react to this. She's crying. So she's near tears. Like, I really want Fitz to come back. I really want him, to never change. But reality is hitting her hard that it has changed. You gotta get over it. You gotta get through this obstacle. You gotta stand next to Fitz and really, walk together through this. So who knows what their story is gonna lead to. But either way, back to the main story of Ward and his brother, and this little espionage game of how they're going to save all these S.H.I.E.L.D. agents who are now on the run, and Hydra kind of outsmarting S.H.I.E.L.D. and killing a lot of their agents. And it's horrible to see how some of them are killed, turned into dust. Like, ooh, damn, that's terrifying. And I like near the end where Talbot walks up to May and says, how many soldiers did you die? How many soldiers did you lose? And when she says 6, he's like, it's always sad to lose good men. And it was just awesome. Yes, they're on they're rivals, so to speak, and they don't really like each other, but they have to respect each other, that they're out there risking their lives for what they believe is right. Whether that be defending the nation from alien attacks or defending the nation from internal threats like Talbot, or possible internal threats like he believes S.H.I.E.L.D. is. But either way, they're soldiers, they're out there risking their lives, and you have to at least respect that. And it's nice to see those kinds of moments in this show. Because it's not just fun and games, comic booky, campy. No, this is serious. We risk our lives. People might die. Although I would have liked to have known these agents a little bit more. It was just like, oh, they're part of S.H.I.E.L.D. So you immediately have to feel bad for them. It's like, not really. I don't really know who they are. Can you tell me a bit more of their story? Do they have families? I don't know. But either way, it's still sad to see them die. And then when they take advantage of Ward like that, I feel so bad for him. But at the same time, I don't know if I should trust him. And that's scary when the viewer himself doesn't know who to trust. Who's the bigger snake, Ward or his brother, the senator? They both look genuine in their apologies, but at the same time, they both are saying that they're both pathological liars and they have this darkness inside them. Maybe they both do, or maybe one of them is telling the truth. I don't know, and it's tearing me apart. It's like, oh my God, I don't know what to think about what's going on. I want to support one of them, but I don't know who. But it's cool to see it near the end where Ward escapes and makes me realize, okay, maybe Ward really is the one I should be careful of. But again, maybe he's just protecting himself. Maybe Christian will have him. Yeah, Christian does want to get him executed or will use him in some way. I don't know. But still, it's just building up. And I have no idea who's going to be the villain, who's going to end up on whose side. It's just espionage to its being used to its best advantage, and it really just excites me. The only other plot point was Hunter and Bobby and their relationship, and I'm kind of sick of the whole exes arguing, and when you realize that they're not going to get together, but they're going to get to work together well, they're going to become friends again. But still, to see them constantly arguing and saying mean things about each other is just kind of tired. I don't really care about it that much. But, I don't know. Maybe when they become friends, now that they're friends again or working towards that, maybe their relationship will be more interesting. I don't know. But for now, it wasn't that fun to watch. Kind of annoying, which they didn't put too much focus on it. But either way, the rest of the episode was fantastic. Got me excited for the next one. So until then, I'm Tony Dragon. Bye-bye.